As a personal trainer, my clients ask me all kinds of questions regarding their health and wellness. They ask me about acupuncture, they ask me about dry needling, what's the difference between the two. They ask about chiropractic care, cupping, medical and dietary needs, all kinds of alternative medicine and different modalities. I'm really grateful that they confide in me and they trust me, but I'm like, I don't have all the answers. I wanted to create a space through my YouTube channel where practitioners and health and wellness specialists had an outlet to share their practice or their craft, and viewers could experience these incredible realms of healthcare through watching the channel. Each week in the Wellness Talk episodes, I'll be interviewing different alternative medicine and treatment practitioners and specialists. We'll get to find out how they got started, all about what they do, and the many benefits. I'll also have the treatment done on me and share my experience with you guys as the viewers so you get a sense of what it's like before you go try it for yourselves. My name is Jessica Rhodes, and welcome to Wellness Talks. Hey, welcome back, guys. This is episode 2 of Wellness Talks. I'm your host, Jessica Rhodes, and I'm here with Nadine Gammon. She is a licensed massage therapist as well as a doula, correct?
Cupping, I'm not dueling.
Oh, never mind. She's not dueling. But she is doing cupping. That's what we're here to talk about today and share with you as the viewer what cupping is and the benefits. Mm-hmm. And then she's also going to do a cupping treatment on me. So you guys will get to see that, and I'll share my experience with you. So cupping, how do you even spell that?
C-U-P-P-I-N-G.
Okay, so it is C-U-P-P-I-N-G because, yes. I mean, you never know. You don't want to get into something else cupping on the internet, right? Okay, so if you are checking that out, but we're going to tell you all about it. So first I want to know, what is this treatment or this modality?
Okay, cupping is basically a vacuum therapy. So it's creating suction on the skin, bringing all the toxins up so that it can flow through the lymph nodes and eliminates through the lymph nodes.
Uh-huh. Okay. So the lymph nodes, what are those?
Oh, God, Jessica.
Well, maybe not as far as technical terms, but they're important, right? They're an important part of the body.
They are an important part of the body. That's part of our immune system. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when we hear that people are sick or have cancer, they're always looking at the lymph nodes. So if your lymphatic system isn't working properly, then when there's stagnation, that's when disease sets in. So we want our lymphatic system to work. The lymph nodes are part of the lymphatic system.
Got it. And they are responsible for helping flush out those toxins.
And any solid bloat. A lot of times people just feel really full, and it's just because they have stagnant lymph. So
gotcha. Okay, so that sounds super important for our health and our body. It sounds like cupping would just give us a kickstart or jumpstart that process for ourselves.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. All right, so where did this come from? How did this start?
Cupping started in 28 AD.
28 AD?
In China. So they used to use hollowed horns from animals, and they would have a little hole in there and suck out the oxygen so that it would suction to the skin. So it brings all the toxins and blood to the surface.
Okay, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Got it. All right, so we don't use horns today, right?
We don't. So eventually they were using bamboo cups, and then as technology advanced, they use glass cups.
Very interesting. So glass is what we'll use. Okay.
So you'll see with traditional Chinese medicine that they use glass cups, they use the fire cups. So, but that is not what I'm doing today.
Okay.
It is illegal for massage therapists to use the fire cups.
Okay, got it. So we are using
Right. So we're do you want me to go?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll go into what this actually looks like and the tools that are going to be used shortly on me.
So
It's gonna be
there's
fun.
different types of cupping. I've been trained in medi-cupping. So medi-cupping actually uses a machine. With a machine, I can set the dial and the intensity of the vacuum, which is pretty awesome because then you can, write down what intensity you used on the client, what they were able to handle,
Gotcha.
and it's more consistent. So if with Chinese medicine, they use the fire cups, so they have to light a match and suck out the oxygen to apply it to the skin.
I see. Mm-hmm.
And so you have the intensity, I guess, the strength of the cup depends on how quickly they're able to attach it to your skin. And so, it could be weak. You may have to do it over and over again.
I gotcha.
So the nice thing about having the machine, the ACE,
a little bit more
ACE medi-cupping.
technological.
Right. It's more consistent, and the coolest part about it is I have a pump. I have a switch here for pumping. So you can, leave, let's say your low back is giving you some trouble. I can leave the cup on your low back for it to pump while I work on another part of your body. And so it's pulling up the fascia, the lymph,
all the tissues
toxins,
under the skin,
the tissue.
Mm-hmm.
So, with our tissue, we have different layers. And so we get dehydrated quickly. What the cupping does is it's hydrating the muscles.
Okay.
There's a cool video. I think it's strolling under the skin, something like that. And you can actually see the water droplets between the muscle fibers.
Really?
And so the cupping is going to help disperse the water.
That is cool.
So that your muscles are hydrated. And with hydrated muscles, they function better. So
absolutely, yes. I like my muscles to be functioning really well.
Yeah, no one likes being in pain.
For sure.
All right, so I have different cups here because there's different ways to do cupping. We talked about Chinese medicine. This is the vacuum therapy.
Okay, gotcha.
So, kind of cool. I get to attach these to the machine. So all these I use with the machine.
Very neat.
So I do have some glass cups, but they're attaching with they attach with the tubing. And then with these, I might use a big cup on your glute. These are actually...
I do need a big cup on this glute. Yeah.
And these are actually breast cups because you can do post-mastectomy work. I don't personally do post-mastectomy work because I haven't been
So
trained
that's
in it.
once someone has had surgery,
And
the lymph actually is affected by the surgery from various like breast cancer and things. And so this is a treatment, could be a treatment for that as well. A very effective.
It helps with the lymph, but also after mastectomy, a woman might get spacers if she's going to have reconstructive surgery. And they can actually use cups to stretch the skin, which is a lot more gentle than using the spacers. So it's more comfortable for them. And it just connects the woman with her body again because it's very traumatic surgery.
Yeah, it's very invasive for us as women. So, wow, incredible.
So that is really cool, and I'm hoping to get into it eventually, but not yet. And then we have silicone cups. So these are super easy to use if you're a massage therapist and you travel. You can just use the silicone cup and attach it. Now these do leave the pepperonis.
The little bite marks. I've seen people that have head cupping. I've never had it, but that must be.
We like to call them cup kisses because they're not actually bruises. It's just blood that's been pulled up to the skin.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people say they're bruises, but they're not.
They're not. That's just a reaction of
a
really positive, healthy thing for the body.
Exactly. So these you can actually use and not leave marks on people because I do have clients who are like, I don't want cupping because I don't want a bunch of bruises on me. And so I'll tell them, well, listen, I can do cupping on you and we don't have to leave any bruises because not everybody wants that. So, and then we've got some cups with the bulbs. And so you can just apply it to the skin and just leave it on there and then maybe use some other cups. A lot of people have gotten into face cupping, I work on a lot of sinus issues.
Oh.
And so we have this teeny tiny cups that we can use to drain the face.
Yeah, definitely this time of year and once that stuff starts going around. But there's a lot of people that do
sinusitis.
Yeah.
So and then, you know, for people who are having surgery, you can actually drain their face before surgery because you're also hydrating the tissue, which is really important when you're having any kind of surgery anywhere on your body. But for some of the
to hydrate. Yeah.
Hydrate the
so
tissue.
what does that do for you if you do it to the face before surgery?
With the face, it's hydrating that muscle so that it heals faster.
Okay.
So you have less bruising, you have less swelling.
If they were doing what kind of surgery?
Like a facelift.
Okay.
Or a nose job, anything.
Right. Yeah.
So
which is common. It's it's not something that's kind of. So that would be something that would benefit them if they're going to go through that.
But you could even do that with a hip replacement, just nourishing that tissue before somebody's doing surgery on it.
Or shoulder.
So cupping also helps with edema. Unless you're pregnant and it's pitting, then get help. But if it's regular edema, swelling, it can help drain it because, again, we're flushing that lymphatic system.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, and the lymphatic system is pretty important stuff.
Yes.
It's and it's one of the most important, would you say, in the body?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
If our lymph's not healthy, then we're not healthy. So.
How often would you say a cupping treatment is beneficial?
It depends on what's going on. You know, if you wanted body contouring, we can't really say cellulite.
Oh, body contouring. Like
if you're having
I've
issues.
heard so many names. I've heard orange peel. My orange peel. How do you get rid of my orange peel? Smooth it out.
Right. So we like to call it solid bloat.
Okay.
So if you were trying to get rid of your solid bloat, then
we could definitely. Can we do that today for me?
Whatever. You look amazing. You don't
I mean, I know where my spots are. I know. Getting excited about this cupping.
You're fine.
So that's something that can be, what do we want to say, like beautified by cupping?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you do a whole body contouring session and you're just flushing the entire body and working on those really tough spots.
And that's noticeable after a treatment. And then, so something like that might be more often that somebody wants to.
Yep.
But then, and of course, if you're, like, you do a one-time thing, you're going into surgery, you're preparing, you're doing everything you can.
You're probably going to come 4 times before and after surgery. 4 times before, 4 times after.
Gotcha.
So,
but it really sounds like it depends on the individual and their needs.
It does.
Okay.
Because, I also work on people with scar tissue. This stuff works amazingly well with scar tissue. And that could be an old scar, it could be a new scar, C-section scars. A lot of women tend to have low back pain because of their C-section scars.
Yeah.
So if you can work and eliminate that scar tissue, then their low backs will feel a lot better.
There's just unlimited benefits to this. It sounds like that is really amazing. Very cool. So I am ready to. Do you have anything else that you think would be pertaining to this?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I think you were asked just about people who can't receive cupping, what the contraindications might be.
Right. Anything that somebody might.
So I actually do work on pregnant women. Okay. I do suggest if you're pregnant and you're going to receive cupping, that you make sure the person's trained. Because you have had your own beautiful children. Thank you.
So she's speaking from a mother's standpoint.
Yes. You want to make sure that the therapist is also trained in prenatal massage. So prenatal massage and cupping therapy. There are a lot of massage therapists who just buy some cups on Amazon and
they say that they perform
do cupping therapy, but I really think it's important that you see somebody that has taken a class and has taken the time to learn all the contraindications. Most of the people who can't receive it or it's not even anyone who can't receive it. It just, you know, if it's someone who's really sick, you're not going to do a very long session. So it's just
knowing what's going to be most beneficial. So maybe in some individuals' cases, less is more for sure. Initial treatment for them. Okay.
A lot of people come in here thinking, oh my gosh, just cup everything, spend a whole hour cupping. It's too much. Even very light cupping can be very effective. So you don't have to have that intense. Like, it doesn't need to be painful. This can be amazing because
your body's gonna respond and benefit.
It is,
and maybe not as much benefit if it's too much. But you as the practitioner and understanding that is so vital to the effectiveness of the treatment.
Communication is important. So communicating with your client, making sure that they're receiving it well and feeling okay.
Definitely.
So use just a little bit of coconut oil in this. All right. Do you want me to?
I feel very relaxed just with that. Like, oh man.
So cupping calms the nervous system, and so it's actually really good for Parkinson's and for veterans for PTSD because of that calming effect.
That is interesting.
I don't have it on super high.
It feels like a jellyfish or something like it feels really good. It's very soothing.
Like someone, just like a little vacuum. Are you dehydrated?
Yes. I may be dehydrated, yes. I had clients this morning and then just ran over here basically. So I probably do need to drink a little water.
So I can pretty much always tell when someone's dehydrated just because of how the cup suctions to the attaches to the skin.
Wow.
Yes, it's it does not want to attach to you. Alright, let me use this one. Alright, so I'm gonna plop that on there. Is that okay?
Yep. I can feel that immediately just like cling on to my skin and the muscle there.
And then I'm gonna work around it.
It doesn't hurt or anything. It feels good.
You suction to you, they can just touch your skin, and so that can promote healing as well. But you can actually change scoliosis. It affects scoliosis just with the magnets. It's super cool. It's another class though.
So the left side of my body is feeling really relaxed. And the right side, especially my right arm, is getting really warm.
That's cool.
It feels really good. But I can feel like my spine, my tailbone, my stomach relaxing. It feels like my heart is like beating strong, like healthy, or just a different, feels really good.
Let it sit for a second.
What happened there?
She was just on very tender trigger point area.
It looks so weird. It's pretty rad though.
So
Whoa!
with smokers, it pulls smoke out.
Oh.
It pulls smoke right out of your
No
lungs.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
With fire,
You can see the smoke?
the skin turns yellow. With
Oh
with
my.
firemen, it pulls the smoke out. It's really cool. Alright. I'll get you to flip.
I'm just blown away. I'm literally blown away at how much this treatment can do and for how many people it can affect positively. Just blown away.
I had a client that cut his hand, and so as so still just kind of focusing on that right shoulder traps. And I'm actually going to put 2 silicone cups. Does that feel okay?
Uh-huh.
And then we'll work on the other side.
Yeah, it feels really good. It feels like it's
Bump that up a little. Yeah, you are very dehydrated, girlfriend.
I am usually not. I will
I
say
know.
I really do. I have a huge bottle of water, and the thing is I drank a bunch of it like just before, but I didn't throughout the day, so it doesn't really do you any good, you know, just to chug it down.
Alright. You really want to make sure that you hydrate.
I'm gonna be drinking that water. I'm gonna put fresh organic squeezed lemon
Good.
and drink a lot of water.
Okay, so you may have some cup marks just from the silicone cups,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really leave marks with the vacuum therapy, with the Medicupping, sorry.
Gotcha.
Able to get out.
He's been there like 50 years.
Yeah,
He's mentally, I guess you want to say challenged, disabled.
yeah.
But he had a really good spirit to him.
Yeah.
They made the movie about it.
Okay, so we just finished the cupping treatment, and it was absolutely amazing. You can see the lines on my forehead from the face cradle. It was very relaxing, definitely not anything like I expected it to be. It felt very soothing, felt like it was really working the tissues, the muscles and fascia. And you can feel when the cups get into the fascia and work the tissues. And then once the cup is released, you can kind of feel like the skin settle back down. I noticed that my body started to relax more and more and more as she was working with different areas on my body. It was a really nice release overall. So through my rib cage, I felt like I could take a nicer, longer, deep breath and just get some expansiveness in there. She worked my back all the way through between my shoulder blades, and it felt amazing and wonderful. I would definitely do this. I will be doing this again for sure. I think that there's some major benefits to this treatment, and I would definitely enjoy doing this again soon. All right, Nadine, thank you so much for your time and sharing with us your practice.
Thank you.
And so we can reach you online and Instagram.
Instagram, it's at Nadine Gammon, LMBT.
Nadine Gammon, LMBT,
And my website is alliswellinmyworld.com.
love alliswellinmyworld.com is her website. I love that. So we're going to leave those 2 links down below in the comments. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Wellness Talks. We'll see you on the next one.